I'm joined now by social media commentator and author of the book, Stop Lying. Megan McGlover is with us. Megan, it's been a while, so great to have you back. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Grant. It has been a while, and it's always good to be in your presence, you know. Unfortunately,
what do you make of the Mythbuster herself?
Well, you know what it is, Grant? They have put a soundtrack to this nonsense. That's what they've done. We have real problems here. We have food shortages. They stealing chickens. Food factories have been burnt down to the ground with no hope of being rebuilt. Gas prices are high. And this lady is auditioning for a Broadway play. This is a real big problem. You've got Biden over here, who is literally the male version of Rose Nyland from St. Olaf, the South Side. It is buffoonery and bamboozlement coming from the left, and people should be offended. Their intelligence and comprehension should be offended that this guy would actually call her a czar of information or misinformation. It's all a scam, and it's got to be stopped, Grant. We've got to do something about this.
Well, seeing that you're not really all that worked up over this, Megan, I'm going to try to get you a little even more worked up. Watch this little ditty that she has here. Totally inappropriate for our family audience here. This is the one who's running a major organization that I'm afraid is going to dispatch FBI agents, Megan, to your front door, my front door, our viewers' front door, if they don't like something we post on social media.
Well, she's the same person that said, well, I predict that the conservatives and the Republican Trump supporters are going to go out and with their guns to the voting polls. I mean, it was the most egregious and absolutely foolish thing to say. You know, this is that same lady. This lady is being put there as a joke, and it is not a joke. She said out of her own mouth that she is funded by Facebook. She is funded by Zuckerberg. So if you don't know what bias is, this is it.
Yeah. All right. Here's another one that's biased. Jen Psaki, the Joe Biden's spokesperson. Listen to what she had to say about Nina Jankowicz.
Let me give you a sense of who she is. She's an expert on online disinformation. She was formerly in the Wilson Center's She was formerly a disinformation fellow at the Wilson Center. She's testified before Congress as well as the United Kingdom and European parliaments, advised a Ukrainian foreign minister, particularly relevant in this moment. Any hiring decisions are up to the Department of Homeland Security, but this is a person with extensive qualifications.
Oh, they love qualifications and credentials, don't they? But it doesn't mean anything when reality sets in.
First of all, this is circle back, okay? So we don't really listen to the circle back lady, okay? Because every time she says something, she has to circle back and come back around and say something else. So we're not really listening to her. And as far as this other lady is concerned, the only thing she's an expert in is karaoke, okay? That's the first thing, all right? So I don't even really understand. Listen to me. This lady said out of her own mouth that she does not believe that executive power should have any authority. So, as far as I'm concerned, this lady don't have a real job because executive authority, in her view, doesn't have authority. Period. Point blank period.
That right there is a great point. And that's why I think this whole disinformation bureau is unconstitutional. I don't think the government can be deciding what is truth and what's not and then censoring people themselves. It's one thing for a private company to be censoring. It's bad enough, I should say. But for the government to do it, we've really reached a low. Megan, the last word, if you can, 15 seconds.
Well, the last word is we can't find the information from the laptop. They keep circling back as it pertains to COVID. We're not sure about the votes and where the votes came from. If people are still depending on this particular administration to tell them the truth, then it is no longer shame on this administration. It is shame on us as American people. We have got to stand up and say enough is enough. Now they got somebody up here who looks like she used to work at Chuck E. Cheese, up here singing and dancing and going around, and she's going to tell me that what I'm saying is true or not true? Oh, I won't stand for it. I will not stand for it.
I think I'd rather have Chuck E. Cheese himself running that organization than her. She's bad news, that's for sure. Megan McGlover, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thank you so much, Grant.
You got it.